Good evening. My name is Brian Rodwell. I'm currently a student at J. Sargent Reynolds, enrolled in CST 110. Today, I'm going to be doing my speech outline. Today will be a filing for custody and visitation. The purpose of my speech is to inform. Specific purpose, how to go through the process of applying and receiving form of custody and visitation for your child or children. If it is difficult for you to work with the other parent to see your child or children, there are a few steps that you can take to ensure your success. How many single parents have a hard time dealing with the other parent simply because you are not together anymore? How many times have a single parent, usually a mother, use the kids as pawns to hurt the other parent? Well, that can make it difficult to be civil at times, and often parents forget what is best for the child instead of their own selfish needs. Going through the process of establishing parenting can change things drastically. The first thing, if not already done, is to have a paternity test done. You file a petition with the juvenile court that the child resides in, whoever the child stayed with, which is usually the mother. At the same time, you also file for visitation and custody, which the hearing is usually held at the same time for the filing, unless you have to file differently according to your different circumstances. There are several different ways to file for custody. One, joint physical, where the child or children live with both parents equally. Two, joint legal, where both parents have equal rights in everything dealing with the children, upbringing, from religion to medical needs. Or you can file for full custody if you feel that it's in the best interest of your child. You can ask, but keep in mind it doesn't mean that you will be granted your request, especially if you're dealing with a difficult parent. Now that I have described the different types of custody that can be applied for, let's talk about the rest of the process after filing. You will be given a date to come to court. Usually with picture ID, they prefer all parties be there at the same time to assure the right parties are there and proper testing is done on the right people. In the hearing, the parties will find out if the alleged father is actually the biological father. Once paternity is established, each party will be given a chance to give what they think will be the best visitation and other legal matters in the best interest of the child. The court will make a ruling and issue an order that the parents must abide by. Too often than not, there still can be parents who want to cause issues with the other party having parenting time. The court will usually set up a mediated meeting between the parties, which they can come together and hash out any stipulations or other concerns that they have with the other party having visitation or custody rights. Believe it or not, there have been instances in which a twin or best friend of the other party comes in and takes the test as to fraud the court of responsibility. But most of all, they are hurting and depriving the child of knowing a rightful parent. A statistic shared by the American Association of Blood Banks in 2012 revealed that there were reportedly 100,000 out of 300,000 men who fall victim to paternity fraud per year in this country. In the United States, paternity fraud is recognized and handled as a criminal offense. It happens more often than we think and is often done to obtain higher child support benefits that can be provided by the biological father, or better yet, to hide their identity, but it still happens. As I have explained, there are several different ways to file for custody along with visitation and the steps that one must take. to find out if they are the parent or not. It is important to ensure that children know their biological parents because to me, there is no greater burden of growing up only to find out that you don't know your real parents. In the United States,